Italian leather, and convict jeans on. You ready?
You ready?
Yeah.
Get into the sunrise, doing 90 in a 65. When the roll down screaming out, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so paid. Number one hustler getting money. Why you wanna count my money? I'm a hustler, don't need men, none of all you see. I'm so paid. So that's what we're talking about. Money talk, business talk. You're so paid. So let's get into it. If it's your first time, I welcome you, returning soul tribers, new soul tribers. Thank you so very much for your continuous love and your support. Couldn't do it without you. I pray God continue to richly bless and keep you always. So yeah, let's talk about it. So the first card that came out, it says it's time to start that business. So maybe you have been thinking about this. I also, while pre-shuffling, I saw the card halt. So maybe some of you were thinking about starting a business and you put it off. You didn't move further with it, halt, that you stopped the process. Maybe things happen in life, and you had to stop. You didn't have time to do that. Maybe it wasn't time. But here is your confirmation. It's time to start that business. So for some of you, you have something, a gift that is unique. It says here you are unique, you're different. It's just like your own fingerprint. There is none like you. So whatever it is that you have to do, or this business, it doesn't matter how people duplicate, replicate, knock off, scratch off, copycat, doppelganger, you name it. They can't do it like you. Nobody can do it like you. So you know what that is. If you don't know what it is, then you need to go and pray and ask God to show you. For some of you, in the back of it, jealous family members. So just make sure when you're doing your business ideas, make sure you move in silence. Make sure that you do not say much, because you may have people who don't like what you're doing and they will probably try to sabotage whatever it is you're working on. Look, it was written in the stars. So whatever it is, again, it was written in the stars. Is like you were called for this. Look at this. It says you are magical here. So again, you're unique, you're magical. Again, it's like you're different, you're set apart. Like I said, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you keep your ideas to yourself, whatever you're working on. For some of you, yeah, you may need to release any any past persons in your life who again may try to come back to sabotage whatever it is that you are working on, or whatever idea or ideas that you have. Because jealous family members, and then we have release your ex. So again, it may be a lot of people who are familiar. Look, crushing the enemies. So a lot of you, yeah, your ex family members. Look at this, evil family members. Wow. So with whatever it is that you're embarking on this journey, again, you may have people who want to sabotage you, people who want to work against what you're doing, all because nobody can do it like you. And for whatever else reason, people are upset, they're mad, but it's a green light and divine is saying it's time to start that business. Maybe you put it on the back burner, maybe you weren't confident, maybe some of you even share your ideas with people who probably discouraged you, and then you just decide, you know what, I'm not going to do it. Some of you just procrastinate. You like to put things off till tomorrow, and then you just never get back to it. So yes, it's time to go. Yeah, for a lot of you, you have a gift. You have a gift that's inside of you. It's written in the stars, and it's time now to step out. For some of you, it says here designer. So whatever this is, it's like God created it specifically for you. Specifically for you. Like I started out by saying, nobody can do this like you. Nobody can do you like you. And it's okay to be inspired by others and to look up to other people, but it is better, it is more powerful when we come into the alignment or the awareness of who we are and the gifts and the talents and the abilities that we have within us, because a lot of us are very good at giving others ideas, but then when it comes to us putting those creative spark to work for us, then we lack the passion or the drive. So yes, whatever it is that you are doing or you're encouraged to do, again, when I see you're unique, you're magical, and the designer is God, is your designer, and he crafted this. Whatever it is, nobody has this gift like you. And you're also asked to find a creative strategy to improve your finances. Turn your own or tune into your own individuality and don't be afraid to be different. Again, you're unique, you're magical. It's okay to be different. That's the problem with the world and society or people in the world. The world is fine, it's us. We think too much about what people are going to say, what their opinions, and it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's us versus us. So don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to be called weird. Some of the weirdest people or people who are called weird, they're the ones who had the biggest impact on this world. And those businesses, whatever legacies, they're still left behind as an example. So don't be afraid to look weird, be a rebel, for people to look at you as if you're crazy. If your ideas, if your dreams are not big enough or big where you are even scared of it, then it's not big enough. Okay, so make sure, so it says here fashion, product, interior design, or any job that involves design. And some of you, you're very good, you have an eye for detail as well. So yeah, these are things, even as side hustles, that you can look into. Look, divine timing. Yeah, I saw the card before, it says alt. So again, maybe in the past you wanted to do something, the time was not right, it wasn't good then or perfect for you to do it then. But here we have divine timing. It says your angels are working behind the scenes. I love it. So again, your spiritual team is collaborating on your behalf. And it said things will come together at exactly the right time. So maybe that's why you had to postpone, to put that off. But here we have, again, it's time. Do you see the clock here? It's time to start that business. Again, whatever oppositions or people who were opposing you in your life, those jealous people who were working against you, maybe you even wanted to do business with somebody or people in your family. Maybe you did it with them and they robbed you. Or they sabotage you. They gave you bad ideas or bad suggestions. Maybe you had to release your ex. Because again, sometimes it's the closest people that is to us, that is who are working against us, sabotaging us. But here we have that you crush the enemies, or you're crushing them right now. And this is why it's divine timing. See, sometimes, if not all the time, before God steps in, we have to get rid of the toxic people, the negative energies from out of our lives. Because again, if we take them with us, all they're going to do is be in the back of the business or the boat or of our life drilling holes. And then they pretend as if they're helping us to patch back things or put things together, or they sympathize with us, when the truth is they are the ones who are working against us in the first place. So this is why you'll realize this journey, it can be lonely. It can be lonely because you will have to leave a lot of the burdens, the dead weight. You have to leave those who no longer serve you in the back, because God is not gonna bless you until they're gone. So yeah, investment. So whatever it is, it says whatever you invest today will flourish in the future. Wow. So it's time to start now. See, time to start now is like you plant the seeds and you're watering them. And this is confirmation. It's time to start that business. So whatever you invest in today will flourish in the future. Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's really good confirmation. Persistence. So again, your hard work. This is what I'm saying. It's like going against the grain. I mean, look at this rock. Look at this thing, and he's pushing it up the hill. What may look as impossible or look impossible for a lot of people, you know that with God, all things are possible. So this is why it is not good to take advice from everybody, because for some people you tell them your ideas and it blow their mind, because there is no way they can see themselves doing that. But see, the beauty about it is that that is not their dream. This is why we have the designer here. God is not going to give us more than we can bear. And so your dream, for others it may look scary, just out of this world. It's because you are out of this world. It's because you're magical, you're mystical, you're unique, you're a chosen one. You were called and set aside for this thing. So you have to be very careful who you go to with your ideas. Some people are dream killers. They're happiness haters. Some people are jealous. Confirmation. And again, it could have been families, it could have been ex, it could have been people who you had so close to you, you consider them to be families, but they were jealous of you. They were jealous of you in the background. So yeah, your persistence will pay off. Do not give up now. So for those of you, if you are doing something, just keep going, because it's always too soon to quit. The darkest part, just before daybreak, is just before dawn. So just hold on in there, okay? And just foster, create, nurture, nourish this persistent mindset, and stay focused and press on through. Because the truth is, for a lot of you, a lot of us, we give up too easily when things get too hard to accomplish. We quit. Oh, this must not be for me, because if it was for me, it wouldn't be so hard. When God is saying, how badly do you want this? How badly do you want this? Because then it's like the more effort that you put into it, remember, you're co-creating with the divine. It's you and God are working together to bring this thing to pass. So while we have divine, we have our angels and our ancestors on the other side, they're working for us. Here in the 3D, in the physical, there are things that you need to do. You need to either go and pull that permit. You need to go and do some research. You need to learn something new. You need to go and read up on something. You need to prepare yourself for this. You need to go to the city hall or wherever you are in the world. Maybe you need to go to know where you need to pay taxes, whatever it is. You need to do that. God is not going to come and do for you what you can do for yourself. It's like making your bed. God is not going to come to make your bed when you can do it yourself. It's like, for Christ's sake, he woke you up. It's like, make your bed, do something. Yeah, because where you're going, it's the next level. Yeah, taking your finances or your business to the next level. So for a lot of you, you're gonna see this rapid expansion. As soon as you release those people, places, and things who don't belong in your life. As long as you release them, as soon as you release them, you're gonna get your breakthrough. Yeah, so this is you going out into uncharted territory here. Yeah, and your constant need to succeed, to push ahead. Yeah, it's like the stairway of heaven is open for you. Why? Because you persevere, you didn't give up against all odds. Yes, even if you had some hesitancy, but by faith you nurtured, you watered this idea. Some of you have been working on something, some of us, and it's slow into coming into progress. Everything in divine timing. It's like we're all where we're supposed to be, but then a lot of you're gonna get to this next level here, and it's because of your obedience. I love it. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Yeah, so when God says go, you go. It's time to start that business. Look, strength. Everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous, and this is why it's your time. Because maybe there were some things that you need to learn in the process. Maybe when it was delayed, you need to learn some things, more knowledge. Some of you could have started businesses and it didn't succeed because you needed to learn something. A delay does not mean a denial. And so now this is your time to get back out there. And the thing about it is that when you get back out there this time, you're not starting from the bottom. You're starting from experience. It's like now when you walk into the city hall or wherever you need to ask for certain information, you know now what you need and what to ask for. Nobody can give you the runaround anymore. You're not basic. So yeah, you need to launch whatever creative expression. It says your soul longs to express itself, creativity. So again, this is like over the designer card. So a lot of you have gifts and talents within you that you really need to harness. You need to get back into that treasure box. It's time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Yeah, so it's like you need to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to sit there? Or are you going to get moving? Because whether you move or not, the time is still going. And for a lot of you, this gift will give you the freedom that you need to do whatever it is that you choose to do. So many people start off with something that is unique to them. And then this is what they're living off of today. And they have the freedom to do whatever it is that they choose to do in life. All of us came into this world with a gift. But again, not all of us tap into that. Not all of us want the change because not everybody wants to stretch themselves. Not everybody wants to, quote unquote, work hard. Yeah, counseling. It says you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathic ear. Like I said, a lot of you, You give great advice to other people, but then when it comes to you taking those advice to put your work to action and do something, no, you don't do that. But here it says some of you, counseling is good for you because your words are wise, you're kind, you always give a listening ear to others, and you give wise advice. Yeah, it's good. Mm. Flowers. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessing to others through your life purpose. So again, some of you florists, been a florist, making bouquets. I mean, there's so many things out there that that you can do, and with this is over divine timing. So again, this is your life. For some of you, this is something that you're supposed to do to bring joy to others, because a lot of people are, I mean, flowers makes a lot of people happy. I mean, even growing flowers, plants, and selling them to other people as well. Wow, practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Yeah, invest, and this is over the investment card. So whatever it is that you're working on, you're planting that seed, keep watering it, keep pruning it, and it will come to fruition. If you're trying to play an instrument, again, practice makes perfect. So we need to invest in whatever it is. Put the time, put the energy, put the money, the commitment behind whatever it is that you need to do. Talk about stretching. It says here yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So yeah, it's like having the stamina to carry on whatever it is that you need to. And it's like, stop comparing yourself with other people. Because yes, your whatever it is that you're going through may seem harder than the other person. It's because your blessing is going to be bigger. I mean, you're not everybody birthed the same size baby. So stop comparing yourself. It's like, just roll with it. Just stop complaining. Wow, artists. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other areas of your life. So again, we have the painting, whatever it is that is creative and unique to you. And at the back here, it says spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. And then we have music. Music, your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So for those of you who are singers, it's time to dust those windpipes off and get back into your music. Start doing this. For some of you, a career change, you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. Absolutely. And again, this career will bring you the freedom to live life the way that you choose, having the schedule. And again, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So Spirit is saying, whatever this is, you are protected. You're safe and protected while you change your career. And like I've always said, you are blessed, you're highly favored, you're anchored, and you're secured, you're protected. Again, you don't have to worry. Where God guides, He provides, and He will protect you. For some of you, it's a speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Wow. And it's so weird that this one card in reverse is options. So it's like, for a lot of you, it's kind of like you don't need to look any further. Don't confuse your situation by going to other people for advice and suggestion. It's like you know exactly what it is that you need to do. Maybe for a lot of you, you had too many options, you're thinking about too many things to do, and maybe you have this hone in now, you have this thing, you know exactly what you need to do. Look, talent. Yeah, a lot of you know, like this reminds me of Moses with the rod, when he threw it down and it turned into a snake. Only Moses could do it, even though God provided his brother Aaron to speak for him because he had a stutter. But all the miracles, only Moses was able to do it. So this is what I'm saying. Whatever it is that you're called to do, it's unique to you. You're magical. God is in it. And it will do well. It will flourish. It will. It's like, just stay focused. Just stay focused, you know, and go with the adventure. Wherever God takes you, just be willing to go with it. Go with the flow. You're protected. You're safe. Divine is carrying you wherever you're going, wherever you are. And with the hubris here, there's a story behind it, how his father told him not to go too close to the sun, or else the wax will melt, and of course he will fail, he will crash, he will fall. So he refused to listen to his father's advice, and he was having so much fun while he was out there flying that he decided to go closer to the sun. And as he went closer to the sun, then the feathers and the wax started to melt and to fall off. And surely enough, it didn't end well with him. So again, listen to what God says, not what other people says. It's like, get out of your ego, stay within your lane, because there's a certain parameter. We don't want to go too high, we don't want to go too low. It's like, stay within your lane, don't compare yourself, because for a lot of people there's a need to compare and despair. And this is how we have jealousy and envy, because people are looking either way. They're not focusing on their lane, what it is that they're called to do. And some people may try to push the envelope by going over where God says that they should be, and of course it will not end well. So for whatever it is that you're doing, you have the strength. You have the strength to do this. This reminds me of Samson. You have the strength, you have the bandwidth, you have the stamina. You are courageous. Hercules. I love to watch Hercules when that movie was on. Yeah, so a lot of you, yeah, it's like you're gonna walk through all kind of treacherous territories, leaps and bounds, because whatever this is, and we have the strength card here, and here we have strength again. So that's confirmation again. Whatever it is that you're called to do, it's meant for you. And look at him. He's wearing, this looks like a lion head on top of his head. I'm telling you, for what a lot of you are called to do, you're going to look weird. You're not going to fit in. People are going to say you don't look the part. It reminds me of the movie Kung Fu Panda. When the fox look at him, you know, you don't look like somebody who can do kung fu. So a lot of you people may underestimate you, and again, this is why people may give you bad ideas, because they don't see you doing that thing. The way they see you, it doesn't fit the part. But see, it's not what they say. Whose report do you believe? Whose report do you believe? So for a lot of you, a lot of us, we need to break this limitation that was either set by others or us. Because really, we don't know who we are. And we're allowing the wrong people to speak into our life, and they have no reason to, because clearly enough, for a lot of them, their life is going nowhere. They're doing no thing. So it's like, why are you taking advice from these people who are not doing anything for themselves? Right? So you need to just have the faith, keep the faith. Whatever it is that you're called to do, It's a part of your service. You're here to serve humanity. And this is why God gave you this unique gift. God is not going to give you something that is self-serving and selfish, where you can be egotistic and show off on other people. No, that's not what it's about. This is about when you're in your purpose, you're able to bless others. Others will leave you different from the way that they came, more uplifted, more encouraged, more empowered. Because we have the card here with the strength. It says that everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So again, you're not only talking, you're able to show people, you have the receipts. And yes, this is why we had to go through all of those things. It's because you're called to serve. Jesus came to serve. Too many people were talking. They weren't willing to do the work, the action. Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is justice. This is justice. This is karma. This is your karmic path. And look again, look on her head. Like I said, for a lot of you, what you're called to do, it's unique to you. I mean, this is fair for all the things that you've gone through. Like, it's only fair that you get these blessings, that you get to live, to enjoy the life that you desire, you deserve. For all the things that you have gone through, for all the things that you have gone through, and it did not break you, it's only fair that you now live a life of freedom, a life of expansion, where you can leave a legacy, a blessing for your children's children.